Tonight's big debate are Salem nationally radio talk show host, syndicated host Larry Elder, and Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke. All right, when the law and order portion of this debate came up tonight, Donald Trump kept saying, this year alone, 3,000 people shot in Chicago. Since Obama's been president, almost 4,000 dead. It's like it just went right over her head. She didn't seem to understand the magnitude of that.
She doesn't, because she's so far detached from life in the American ghetto that she doesn't get it. I mean, this year alone, over 500 people murdered in the city of Chicago. A comparative statistic.
This year alone?
This year alone. Yeah. First 8 months
Since Obama's been president, almost 4,000.
Since 2013, it started his second term, 275 coalition forces killed in Afghanistan. So 500 people murdered in Chicago.
Almost twice
fewer
as many
people on the battlefield. The other thing that struck me was when Lester Holt asked her about are cops inherently racist, and she jumps to this implicit bias test. That is faulty science. Within the field of social sciences and psychology, people are questioning the validity, the reliability of that test, that everybody's racist. So, you know, she just throws this stuff out there, that knowing that most of the people who are watching tonight don't know that this implicit bias test is faulty. So I look at that, and then I look at this thing with, you know, law and order, and, you know, right away she jumps to the criminals, and there's a racist criminal justice system. Never says anything about victims of crime. Never. And that bothers the heck out of me.
What was your reaction to that, Larry?
Well, I felt the same way. I thought the victims of crime certainly should have come up. In the 100 largest cities, 25 of them have seen an increase in murder, including Baltimore, including St. Louis, including Chicago. And as far as I'm concerned, Donald Trump should have talked about the fact that this demonization of police officers is getting cops to pull back, and the victims of that are the same black people that she claims she cares about. But I want to make a quick broader point, Sean. I saw a whole lot of unused ammo at the end of this debate. Illegal immigration doesn't come up. Obamacare doesn't come up. And the birther thing, he didn't make it clear that it was Sidney Blumenthal who went to the reporter and said, Obama is from Kenya, check it out. I don't think people understood what he was saying.
Or the Mark Penn memo. I mean, Mark Penn was very clear. Oh, we're going to be the American campaign.
But, Sean, he said, Trump did, that I'm the one who got Obama to turn over the birth certificate, and Sidney Blumenthal couldn't do that. That's not what Blumenthal was doing. Blumenthal was pushing the rumor that Obama was from Kenya, and I don't think most Americans who are watching the debate, who aren't on top of this the way you are and the way the sheriff is, didn't get that. She started it. Her water boy, Sidney Blumenthal,
you're right about this, too. They didn't bring up the emails. They didn't bring up Benghazi. They didn't bring up the Clinton Foundation or Saudi Arabia or immigration or vetting of refugees and really dig Obamacare or dig deep into those things. So I think there's a lot of ground yet to cover. But with that said, I mean, I'll give you the list of polls now. You've got, let's see if I can pull it up here. I have it in front of me. You know, Time Magazine, Drudge Report, CNBC, The Hill, CBS. The only one that has Hillary winning is CNN, and they're the Clinton News Network anyway. I mean, and they only had like 500 people they surveyed. These other ones have hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
I have never seen an opponent more target-rich than Hillary. That's all I'm saying. My goodness, he could have nailed her on so many things, and getting her, and she gets away with this nonsense that the reason Obama bugged out of Iraq is because George W. Bush had a timetable that he had to adhere to. Are you kidding me? She went in with a ski mask, and she went into the bank and robbed it.
Well, she's not exactly honest and truthful, you know, but she can't run. It's interesting. She wants to double down on Obama's economy. She kind of justifies Iran and Iraq and this vote. She sent these guys to war. We lost 5,000 people, blood, treasure, sweat, tears. These guys lost their limbs. They come back disfigured. And then she says, oops, sorry, mistake. You know, and then she's saying, well, you said on Howard Stern, I guess so. I mean, that's their best argument?
Well, I'll tell you what I think about Donald Trump's appearance tonight in the debate. He shows that he's a fighter, that he's going to fight for the American people. But I'm going to touch quickly on the stop, question, and frisk that she lied about, said it was ineffective. Look, Heather McDonald, criminologist, Manhattan Institute, estimates that over 10,000 black males are alive today in New York City alone because of stop, question, and frisk. So she just throws out there that it was ineffective. All she does is just make stuff up as she goes along, knowing nobody's going to call her on it.
Well, Rudy Giuliani was extraordinarily animated when I got a chance to interview him right after the debate, because I lived in the city at that time. I saw the shift. And if you look at the lives that were saved, probably a large majority were black Americans. Just like in Chicago, of the nearly 4,000 that have been killed since Obama's president, over 75% black Americans. And to bring stop and frisk to Chicago, how many lives can we save?
A lot.
Precious lives.
A lot. Look at this, 80%, murders dropped 80% during stop, question, and frisk under Giuliani and Bill Bratton. And all classes of felonies decreased 75%. Nobody else across the country experienced that because they weren't doing it like New York was. So it was very effective.
You doing that in Milwaukee?
People alive. Yes.
Okay.
We need to do more of it, though. We don't have the officers to do it effectively, but
you're trying.
Yes.
All right. Good to see you both. Sheriff, thank you. Larry, good to see you. Coming up.